All right, welcome again to my YouTube channel. It's another day for exposing important topics you will see in your Jamb Biology 2026. Many students have been reading blindly. They don't even know that there are topics that they are supposed to know before getting into the exam hall. Some of them have the Jamb scheme of work and they try to read everything and end up not even finishing the scheme because they assume that Jamb will set every single topic in the scheme of work, but not all the time and not always. In fact, there are some specific topics that Jamb sets every year that you will see in your exam. And I'm here to give you those topics. These topics comes out every year, every single year in your Jamb Biology. And if you look at the board here, you can see that we have over 12 topics that Jamb repeats every year. And even in this 2026 Jamb, we're going to see these same exams, these same topics in your exams in biology 2026. So let's look at them one after the other. Then the first one, we are looking at the cell organization of life. The cell organization of life. You know, this is a very, very important topic that many students do not even pay attention to. They pay less attention to it and, don't take it into full consideration when studying it. So this is a very, very important topic that you as a student preparing for biology in Jamb needs to look into very, very critically. Then the next one, we have ecology. Ecology is also another topic that you will see in your Jamb 2026. But Jamb always have two aspects of ecology that they always set. And your tutorial masters, your teachers in your school do not tell you this. They just give it as a topic, ecology. But in your Jamb, they have broken down these things. And because I've been following this exam for the past 10 to 15 years, I've been able to take notes of how this topic called ecology is being splitted into two. And this is the ways Jamb wants you to know it. If you look at the first one, ecology one, under ecology one, we're looking at the basic concept of ecological management. Basic concept of ecological management. And the second one, ecology two, ecological succession, adaptation, feeding, relationship. Ecological succession, adaptation, feeding, relationship. This is also another very, very important topic. What is ecology? You look at ecological succession, the adaptation, and the feeding relationship. How are they related? You look at it very well because you see it in your Jamb exam 2026. Then we also look at hereditary, variation, and evolution. This is also another very, very important topic that Jamb always set. In fact, as at last year, 2025, Jamb sets about 3 questions from hereditary, variation, evolution. 3 questions came out from there. And these topics, like I said, always repeat themselves every single year. So if I were you as a student and seeing these secrets, I will begin to study very, very intensely, very, very hard to understand the basics behind these various topics so that it will enable me to be able to perform better in my Jamb biology. Of course, it is easier to make 100 over 100 in Jamb biology if you can successfully cover these topics that repeats itself every year. We'll look at the next one, classification. We'll look at higher, lower, and higher invertebrates. That's also another aspect that Jamb brings out every single year. Classification, under which we look at the lower and the higher invertebrates. It comes out every year, and you're also going to see it in your exams for this year Jamb 2026. We'll look at another one, digestive system, digestive enzyme, dentition. Digestive system, that's one phase. Then we'll now look at digestive enzyme, that's another phase. And then we'll look at dentition. You need to really look into this topic. It comes out every year. This year, Jamb 2026, you also see it in your exam. It will be so bad that after getting these secrets, you still neglect it and go into the exam hall and begin to wonder instead of you answering your questions immediately. We'll look at the next one. We'll look at respiration. You open your textbook, you read on respiration. What is respiration all about? What does it entail? What does it involve? And all you need to know about respiration, you need to look at that, because Jamb repeats this question every year. You cannot write Jamb exam without seeing questions on respiration. Is very important and very vital. Then we'll look at the next one. Reproduction is a topic on its own, but there is a very broad topic, reproduction. But there are specific parts of reproduction that Jamb brings out every. They don't touch the entire thing on reproduction. There are some specific areas of reproduction that they set every year, and you will see it in your Jamb 2026. So let's look at it. We have reproduction in flowering plants, germination, fruits and seeds dispersal. Reproduction in flowering plants, germination, fruits and seeds dispersal. That's one part of reproduction that you really need to look at in your textbook. You really need to dig in and dig deep in your textbook. Then we look at reproduction in animals. The next one, reproduction in animals, growth and development. Reproduction in animals, growth and development. This is also another vital, very important aspect of Jamb that you need to read for your biology. You cannot avoid reproduction. It's a we have sexual and asexual. It's a very broad and versatile aspect in your biology. But this is the part that Jamb always sets every single year. And not just that, you will see it in your exam this year, Jamb 2026. Then we also look at homeostasis, endocrine system, plant hormones. This is another very vital topic. Homeostasis, endocrine system, plant hormones is a very important topic that you will see in your exam. You cannot avoid it as a student preparing for Jamb biology. You cannot avoid it. You will see it this year, and I want to see you happy. I want to see you rejoicing at the end of the day, even coming to my comment section to make comments and tell me, oh, you were able to pass your exams after going through these very important topics. Then we'll look at the next one, supporting tissues, muscular skeletal system movement. Supporting tissues, muscular skeletal system movement is also another vital topic on tissues. It's also another interesting topic. As a biology student, you need to look at it critically because you see it in your exam this 2026. Then we look at nutrition, food substances. Nutrition, food. So all you need to know about nutrition, all you need to know about food substances, you really need to dig deep with your textbook, and then you really need to study. Although I'm going to make videos on these topics in the course of this my channel, you will see how questions are being set and the way Jamb asks questions on this topic. So stay tuned, like, share and subscribe so that when these videos are coming up, you would not miss out from these trainings or these teachings. Then we look at the last one, common diseases, insect vectors. Common diseases, insect vector is another very important topic that students neglect. They think that, oh, what is a common disease? It's something I can easily guess. No, they are very important aspect of it that many students do not even look into, and Jamb always set questions on it. So if I were you, I'm going to sit up, I'm going to read, I'm going to make sure that these 12 topics are studied very well so that I can be able to do well in my 2026 Jamb exam. Remember, your exams are already at the corner. It's no longer for the month of February is already running out, and then we're in March, and before you know it, we're in April already. So do well to cover these topics before time, and then look at past questions as well. And I believe at the end of the day, you will do well. Stay tuned for my next video. Thank you.